Well, every couple wants their wedding to be unique, but it can also be a challenge to really mix it up.
With us this morning, Carrie Bruceman from Gathered Boutique Rentals and Events. She's going to talk about how to unique things that can be done for a wedding, other events as well, and also how to avoid common mistakes. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here.
So let's talk just a little bit about the kind of the history of your business, what's it about, and how you guys got started.
Sure. We got started actually in 2012, so we're in our 6th year of doing events already. Time has gone by very quickly. I actually was working full-time as a secretary at a church in Moorhead at the time, kind of trying to figure out what it was I wanted to do when I grew up. And I realized that all of a sudden 8 years had gone by and I was still there doing something I didn't really want to be doing. So I just kind of paid attention to what was going on, what I was doing, what I was helping with. People kept asking me to help with events, and hey Carrie, we really need some help to make this not boring. Can you help us do something creative? And yes, I would love to do that. And did a lot of that and realized, hey, maybe I could actually do this full time. And so I did a little bit more and a little bit more. And a year and a half went by and I was doing it on the side. And it came time where I was so busy with events that I couldn't do it and my full-time job at the same time. And it was, well, either we do it or we stop doing it because I can't do both anymore kind of moment, and decided to take that very terrifying, exciting leap and quit the full-time job and go for it. So now it's been 6 years.
And your husband does it with you?
Oftentimes, especially at the beginning. I don't have to call on him as much as I used to, but he's a very creative person as well. So it's really handy to be able to bounce ideas off of him and say, okay, this is what I want to create, and I want this hanging here, and I want that suspended over there. How do I make that happen? And he can help me kind of figure out the logistics of how to do that. So,
nice.
Yeah.
And so the picks there, do you guys have like a warehouse that you go and go, okay, I want 10
of
those, 5 of those?
Yeah, we have a warehouse, but then we also just last fall moved into the Sanctuary Event Center, and we have a showroom there now, which is nice. It's an air conditioned in the summer and heated in the winter space for us to really present things to our clients, and we can mock up a table for them or a lounge setting or a backdrop area and really show them, here, how about something like this, and then play with it with them and swap things in and out. Yeah. Works really well.
I feel like a lot of people are looking for creative minds like yours to pick about, I need something a little more unique, a little bit more different, a little more us, and that's what you guys kind of help do, is show them what that is.
Exactly, and that's one of our key things when we're going through the design process with a client is, okay, what is it that you want to create at your event? What is the atmosphere you want that you want to have? What do you want your guests to feel? What do you want to feel? And then how do we create that? So it's very much about authenticity for us. We just got really, I got tired of events that all look the same.
Yeah.
And people are doing the same things, or this is the way a wedding is supposed to be, or if you have a wedding in North Dakota, you have to fill in the blank.
Right.
And that just drives me crazy. So like your wedding should be authentic to you and who you are as a couple, not just as the bride, also you as a couple. The groom needs to be included in that as well. And what makes sense for you. Barn weddings are an awesome trend right now, but does it make sense for you as a couple? Does it have anything to do with who you are? If not, then let's find something that is authentic to you. You know, burlap and mason jars, does that make sense for you? Does that make sense for your life? So we like to be really creative with people, get to know them really, really well and who they are, their story, and then pull those details out of their story then to create something that when their family and their guests walk in, they say, oh my gosh, this is so perfect for them. This is exactly right for them, and they feel that when they walk into their space.
So how do you go about figuring that out?
Well, we go through an interview process with them at the beginning. We get to know them, and then We have a very specific question process. We ask them to give us 5 or 6 adjectives of how they want it to feel that day. And then we use our rental collection as the palette to jumpstart us and create all the spaces that we need to create.
And you said too, it's not just weddings, but you guys are also doing graduation parties, birthdays, events put on by work, holidays, and that's why you have such a wide selection. And there's actually a lot of things people are doing now that they're using your services for.
Yeah, lots of different things. We just did, actually a couple weeks ago, a dinner party at the lake for a book club. And that was really, really fun for us. We got to be very creative with that process.
I want to go.
This was a grad party that we did. We called it the senior soiree. So it was a very boho themed party. The girls got their portraits taken. We had a professional photographer there, set the table very bohemian. They were down on the ground. This was our dinner party at the lake. Very relaxed, casual, but very put together and sophisticated. We had a little cocktail party on the side, an outdoor bar set up, and lounge seating. There's the little bar set up there, and then also with all the vintage glassware, our little enamel baby tub for the cold beverages and all that. So we like to kind of say what we call an elevated experience. So it's not just, hey, we're bringing out the plastic forks and knives. And the cool thing was this was also a potluck. So there was an element of that just casual hanging out at the lake, but elevated. So we had real napkins, real plates, real glassware. None of it was disposable.
Nice.
And people just had such a great time. So
if people want to elevate their event, how do they get in touch with you?
We have a website. It's gatheredrentalsandevents.com. And you can browse through our inventory online and submit a wish list right from there. Or you can also give us a call or send us an email. It's hello@gatheredrentalsandevents.com.
And their pictures are beautiful. I can only imagine just how many choices there are. So you have to go and look through.
We have so much stuff.
Sit down with you guys.
Next time you do one of those lake parties, make sure you call.
We'll come to one of those.
All right, stick around. We're going to wrap things up right after this.